Hello guys, welcome to my first video about the Golden State Killer. Let's get started. Welcome to our deep dive into one of the most infamous criminal cases in American history. Today we unravel the chilling story of the Golden State Killer, a man whose reign of terror spanned over a decade and left a trail of unspeakable horror across California. In the 1970s and 1980s, California was gripped by fear. From Sacramento to Southern California, a faceless terror struck fear into the hearts of residents. This was the Golden State Killer, a criminal mastermind whose horrifying acts included 13 murders, over 50 rapes, and numerous other violent crimes. The Golden State Killer's crime spree began in 1974 with a series of burglaries and rapes in the Sacramento area. By 1976, the crimes escalated to brutal assaults and murders. Among his early victims were Darlene Ferrin and her boyfriend Robert Offerman, who were murdered in 1976. Their case was pivotal in connecting the crimes to the East Area rapist. In 1976, Jane Carson Sandler was attacked in her home in Rancho Cordova. She survived and later became a vocal advocate for other victims. The following years saw further brutality, including the tragic murders of Patricia Harrington and Keith Harrington in 1980. Patricia was found alive but later succumbed to her injuries, while Keith was killed. Joseph James DeAngelo was born on November 8, 1945, in Bath, New York. His early life was relatively unremarkable, marked by a standard upbringing in a middle-class family. DeAngelo served in the U.S. Navy during the Vietnam War, an experience that perhaps contributed to his ability to blend into the background. After his military service, he attended college and eventually became a police officer in Exeter, California. Despite extensive investigations and numerous leads, the police were unable to capture the killer. His ability to evade capture earned him several nicknames over the years: the East Area Rapist, the Original Night Stalker, and eventually the Golden State Killer. As his crimes spread across the state, it wasn't until 2018 that a breakthrough came, thanks to advances in forensic science. Investigators used a technique known as genealogical DNA testing. By analyzing DNA from the crime scenes and comparing it with public genealogy databases, they were able to trace distant relatives of the killer. The investigation led to Joseph James DeAngelo, a former police officer who had previously eluded capture. At the time of his arrest, DeAngelo was a retired police officer living in a quiet suburb. His capture was the result of relentless work by detectives and the power of modern forensic technology. In June 2020, Joseph DeAngelo pleaded guilty to 13 counts of murder and 13 counts of kidnapping. His plea deal spared him the death penalty but ensured that he would spend the rest of his life in prison. During his sentencing, survivors and victims' families, including those affected by the murders of Darlene Ferrin, Robert Offerman, Jane Carson Sandler, and the Harringtons, had the chance to address him, sharing their pain and the impact of his crimes. The story of the Golden State Killer is a stark reminder of the horrors that can lurk behind the facade of ordinary life. It also highlights the incredible advancements in forensic science and the relentless pursuit of justice. The story of the Golden State Killer is a stark reminder of the horrors that can lurk behind the facade of ordinary life. It also highlights the incredible advancements in forensic science and the relentless pursuit of justice. Thank you for joining us as we explored the dark saga of the Golden State Killer. If you found this video insightful, please like and subscribe for more content on true crime and unsolved mysteries.